The main theme of my film is also peaceful coexistence between nature and human. Because in the Northeast, we receive a lot of rain, no? So these are all, sometimes natural wildfire is very rare because it's all wet, no? Particularly speaking about Manipur, I think some vested individuals, are taking the lead forward, no? Not everyone has to be blamed. War is a big culprit, right? It brings us so many loss. If you're educated, you can't be fooled by anybody, right?
Hi, James. Welcome to India Today NE. And I heard that you are a independent filmmaker. So please tell me about yourself.
I'm a journalist and then an independent documentary filmmaker.
Yeah.
So for a documentary film, you have to keep shooting, and sometimes, this film, Meiram the Fireline, is environmental film, and about talking about conservation and the relationship between man and nature and the peaceful coexistence. So I have to wait for the summer, winter, autumn, and between I do all my journalistic work.
And when did you decide to become a filmmaker actually?
Yeah, it was in Imphal when I joined a workshop. It's a documentary project development workshop. So that time I decided that I should start making documentary film professionally.
Meiram is your first film, right? Debut film?
Yeah, I used to make in-house film for my TV channel that I used to work. And but then yeah, Meiram is my first as a producer, director, as an independent documentary filmmaker who make film for competitions and professionally. This is my first film.
I have watched a film and I saw like it was quite raw.
Kind of, it's raw in a sense. The sound is also all original, and it is the sound design is we don't add any other sound design, and the way how the treatment of the film is I put it in a very authentic way. I mean, like I don't impose any idea in a sense, like kind of observational shots that I take. I incubate. Actually, I went there to do a story. Then I filed the story, and I was quite impressed by the way the volunteers were working. So I joined the voluntary work. Then
Then
after,
you got the
yeah,
idea.
then I was making a tree, making a tree house, no. And suddenly I picked up the camera and I was trying to make a frame, no. Then I thought, oh, I should make a film on it, no. So
Yeah, I can
it
remember
really
that.
inspired me. And if you ask me to make a film of any forest nearby or some strange forest, I could not bring out that much of love, care, understanding of environment. So when I started working for that forest conservation, along with my volunteer friends there, I started having an attachment with the forest. The corner of every forest became familiar. When we stay, there for making fireline. The main theme of my film is also, of course, the peaceful coexistence between nature and the man, human. But again, this human, this we volunteers, we make fire line to prevent from a fire. No, it has to be made in winter, before the windy season comes in. February, March. Then, of course, when a fire is being lit up, out of ignorance or accidental or picnickers or somebody want to encroach the land, so they burn. And sometimes, because in the Northeast, we receive a lot of rain, no? So these are all, sometimes natural wildfire is very rare because it's all wet, no? It's not like in Australia where because of the heat, there's this natural fire engulfing the whole forest. It is,
The fire you featured in your film was real.
yeah, they are real. I mean, like I shot them. There are two fires. One is a wildfire, and in the night it came. No, this fire line that is made. No, I mean, talking about the fire line. Fire line is a gap in the vegetation. No, like this is the top of the forest, right? This is the conservation area. This whole, and in the front or around this there is a gap. We have to make a 20 feet, 30 feet gap of vegetation. So when the fire outbreaks come, where there is human settlement in the foothill, no, fire comes up, no, in the windy season, with a speed and velocity. And then
Then you have
if
to
we,
block it.
yeah, this 20 it blocks. So and it naturally saps the forest, the rays of the
Okay.
forest. Though
Okay.
of course we cannot prevent the sudden part of the fire.
Mhm. And also, I have seen that you highlighted a very serious issue, environment issue, which is illegal forest cutting. You have showcased in your films, so I would like to know about that also.
Yeah, this uh, they were trying to make a parking lot, you know, in that area, forest area. Uh, then they chop out the forest. Yeah. Actually, it was a barren forest. So, but after like 18 years, 20 years of conservation, it has become lush green, and everyone is attracted. So, certain religious group, there are certain people who are doing it. Like there is this nature worshipping also, which is quite natural and
Yeah,
very good.
that was very interesting.
Yeah. So there are, I don't know. I would say like they might be wanting people to come and worship, you know. But we as a volunteer with a conservation mind, no, think that why cannot people paddle track the hill naturally to come and worship, no. But they just want to come up in a vehicle, park it there.
Okay.
So this we prevented successfully. So we are we have a very good number of volunteers. So we restricted them. We successfully restricted them, prevented them from making parking lots. They were chopping that off, no, to make a parking lot. So there is a temple on top of that, no. Uh, we
Where
al-
now people go there
the
and
people
worship.
people I mean, like annually the people who are taking care of the temple, they come there, and annually there is this program of in the picture is there, no. You have to change and that god is also, it's a very people pray for a longer longevity of life, and our ancestor has put this place, put this area, no, to be very I mean, it's a historic place.
Like a
And
worship ground.
yeah, worship ground. And because it is because of that natural spring also, that this barren rain was barren forest was able to be converted into a lush green, no, because from that spring water, Loya and friends used to fetch water and plant the saplings. So this has been in practice, but they want to accelerate. No, actually, they want to accelerate. They want to build a road on that also. No, but it's a reserve forest area, and the forest department has certain restriction. No, so we are also not the sole authority. We are just a volunteer there. But again, the government has recognized us. I mean, like the volunteers there, and we are part of the joint forest management team. So you cannot bring a JCB on top of the hill, to make a change in the landscape of the hill, so that the law is there, no.
And
So we
you,
used to inform the forest department also that certain things are taking place, and they come and they arrest people also.
okay,
So that is there.
especially
They are with
there.
us, very strong. The forest department is also quite proactive in that, no.
And also, I would like to add a question here. Like, it's been more than a year the crisis happened in your state, right? So, what is your role as a filmmaker to bring peace in Manipur again?
Yeah, my role as a filmmaker is like I'm speaking today, um, Buddha also says, right, I mean, it's nothing is you know uh, nothing is permanent, no. This moment is also we should be in a present situation, no. If we take the past, or we think a lot about the future, when I say that we think a lot about the future, is like some people might think that resource, the whole in the whole of the world, it's the fight for the resource. Even the fight for water, you know, the fight for territory. It's all kind of it's an excuse, and I mean uh, and particularly speaking about Manipur. Uh, I think some vested individuals, are taking the lead forward. No, so it's not all. Not everyone has to be blamed.
This is done by some people
Yeah,
only.
some people, and 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 they might be like Bob Marley also say, you can fool some people sometime. Uh, I'm talking this irrespective of which community, right? And I'm not putting a fault to them. I mean, not I'm not saying that you are the perpetrator of the crime. Uh, so it's very complex, and I want to be silent on how, who, what, five W and watch one H of this present unrest. But leaving all things aside, now peace has come a little bit. No, it's not like before. But this has never happened before. No, I mean it's and there could be so many justification, but a war only brings I mean we are in terms of development or in terms of growth, no, in terms of lost. War is a big culprit, right? It brings us so many loss, no, and I think
Do you think education is a problem in your state? That's why this led to this crisis and all.
if you're educated, you can't be fooled by anybody, right? And education is overcoming. Truth takes time, and truth, I'm saying that nowadays this social media propaganda is very strong, no. So this aggression escalates a lot of this human communication. It starts from writing in the cave, no, it's painting, then writing, then this medium where, but then this social media. One story stays alive for so many days, no, because of this propaganda and somebody saying something and some. This is a very complex web kind of thing, no. But if you use it positively, also it's fine. Nothing like, yeah. In Manipur, we have faced lots of conflict before. I read and I through testimony, this conflict between communities. But then it also resolved, no. It takes time.
It
So
will take time.
it will take time. So I think people from both communities, they will fall back again to their same kind of thing. As a filmmaker, yeah, I have to make films, and of course, my these films also says a lot about conservation and all, consciousness. So this is kind of an educative kind of thing, education towards forest conservation, And I said it's ignorance, and sometimes, ignorance is also one factor of the forest destruction. If you don't know the value of the forest, you act otherwise, no. But it's like a race between a hare and a tortoise, and the hare lost, no. You might be chopping off the forest because of its ultimate benefit, but the tortoise won't race at the end of the day, no.
Like if you preserve it, you will gain more.
Yeah, I mean there is one district in Manipur. It's called Tamangno. There they grow bananas and bamboo, and they are economically sustainable. And I think their poppy cultivation is very less, while it is not in the rest of the other districts. Maybe it's the border issue, no, in Myanmar. Manipur, of course. I don't know if you would like to add this, but we have a trouble neighbor, no, Myanmar. So I think, yeah, even China, this drug issue, because of the drug issue, China faced a lot of problem, and their government curbed it, no. But then Myanmar being a neighbor to China, these Chinese drug lords who were banned to grow poppy on the Chinese land, they started looking for a place to grow poppy, and Myanmar they become a ultimate space for all this crime, no. And from this Myanmar, it was pushed back to from Myanmar, and then this extension to Manipur also, no. Then this golden triangle issue that we must be knowing. After that, it went to Afghanistan, the golden crescent, no. But then Afghanistan, the Taliban has successfully, prevent. It's no more trending. I mean, and a golden triangle, which Myanmar and Manipur is very near, no. So again, this is a fallback to the present turmoil also.
Thank you. Thank you for joining India Today, Annie. And I wish you all the luck.
Thank you.